Hello.
Is this Emmy winner The-Seth?
Why, it is. Who is this?
This is the Mary non-Emmy winner.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't speak to you right now.
Okay.
Call me back when you have your Emmy.
Let's hang out sometime, Seth. And don't forget
Uh,
the little people.
you know what? Talk to my Emmy and then we'll sort it out. Dude, we won an Emmy. I say we
We
because it
totally
was
won
the
an
N.
Emmy.
The N won an Emmy. The N.com
The
won an Emmy.
N.com.
I
Even
just happened
better.
to get to go to touch the statue and everything, but it's everybody's Emmy.
Was it pointy?
It's really pointy. In fact, the Tony was actually very concerned that we wouldn't be able to take it on the plane because you could, you could really gut somebody with it.
That must be so cool, like going through the little X-ray machine.
Eh,
Security's like,
yeah,
that's an Emmy.
they're just like another Emmy. They have a list of actually the awards that are allowed on the plane, and I think the Cable Ace Award you're not allowed to take on, but
Oh my
the Emmy
God.
and the Grammy they're fine. But anyway,
Anyway,
normally this is when we would talk about Degrassi and Beyond the Break and how awesome they
Degrassi
were
was
this
awesome.
week.
Beyond the Break was awesome. Let's call Taking Back Sunday.
Exactly. We're not doing that this week because Taking Back Sunday is waiting for us to call them, and we're going to do that because we never ever get to talk to rock stars, but we
Totally.
do today. They were on Degrassi, which everybody knows by now. We're talking with Adam Lazzara, the singer, and Matt Rubano, the bassist. Okay, so let's call them right now.
Okay,
Okay.
right now.
Hello.
Hey guys, can you hear us?
Yeah,
Was that Adam or Matt that we just heard?
this is Adam.
Hi, Adam.
And this is Hi.
All right, let's get started.
All right.
So we heard that you loved Degrassi. Did both of you love Degrassi when you were younger, or was that just Adam?
Well, Matt's been saying that he loved Degrassi ever since he was younger, so he's just been lying, really, because it was me.
He's just a poser.
Yeah, and because when I was in middle school, actually, like in our health class, they would show us episodes of Degrassi to teach us, teenage life lessons that we needed to know. And at
Wow.
the time, and at the time it was Degrassi Junior High. And then so I was with my roommate Angel this one day, and we were watching. Were we watching Degrassi or Degrassi Junior High or what? Yeah, we were watching Degrassi Junior High because we're like super huge fans of Spike, and so and we're watching, and then we found out that Kevin Smith was a guest star on one of the episodes. So Angel says to me, he says, Adam, that would be awesome if you guys were, able to be on Degrassi as guests. And then I said to him, yeah, that would be crazy. So I called up management and I was like, hey, could you try to get us on Degrassi? And next thing we knew, we were in Toronto.
I love that because it's like, hey, wait, we're famous now. We can do things like this.
Good move. When was the first time you saw the new Degrassi show? Did you just stumble on it, or what happened?
No, I think it came from my roommate Angel, just us having this obsession with it. He bought all of the old seasons of Degrassi Junior High, and then so we would have these days to where we would just sit around and watch it all day, and then whenever we were done with the season or done with the disc, we would just watch the Degrassi that's on now, just to kind of keep it going,
Totally.
we're
Because
so
I used to watch it when I was little too, and we did not get to watch it in health class. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
It was
well, we watched Degrassi and then, other stuff about birds and the bees and things like that.
And so you were totally into Spike at the time. Because I liked Liz, because I liked Liz's little skin chick haircut. But you were super into the Spike.
Oh yeah,
Do.
Spike. Yeah.
That's interesting because most of the guys were into Caitlyn. I mean, there's a whole generation of guys who had a sexual awakening watching Caitlyn on Degrassi.
Well, Caitlyn is definitely very, very. She was actually there when we were filming, and she's still very, very pretty. But no, I mean, I think Spike's where it's at, because she's little,
Aww. one of these, a bunch of users sent in questions, and one of them, it's, they haven't seen the Degrassi mini yet that you were in, and so this user named I Wish for Dot asked, when Kevin Smith was on, he got to kiss Caitlin, his Degrassi crush. Were you jealous you didn't get to kiss Spike? So I thought you could tell her what happened.
Oh no, we got to smooch. It was great.
Yeah, we should say that you guys are in a Degrassi mini called Adam Lazzara from Taking Back Sunday Married My Mom, and
Yeah.
and yeah, so
Wow, it sounds kind of
Yeah,
not.
it sounds totally creepy when you put it that way.
It sounds weird like that.
but yeah, so you totally you dip her and everything.
Yeah. Well, wait.
Like dancing dip, like
Yeah.
Yes,
Or-
yes, like
I was
yes.
just making sure this
I don't
isn't like
think-
some kind of hip new
yeah,
slang
we're
or something.
We can
Yeah.
try to start that, but no, I meant literal dancing kind of.
Okay, cool. But
Gentleman.
we had
we had to
and
do a lot of takes of that.
yeah, and like cuddling on the couch and stuff. So it was like a little bit awkward, having this is this person that you've been watching for however many years and had like a super crush on, and then all of a sudden it's like make out. I mean, cool.
Did she put you at ease? Was she gentle?
She was very, very gentle. Yes, small hands.
And Matt, what was that thing that you were eating in that episode? It was supposed to be Pop Rock's casserole or something like
Oh yeah, we had made this. There was some kind of relevance to the little the
It was
story
gross.
of the bit, and it was it was like a
Sugary.
conglomeration of like Rice Krispies, Skittles.
No, it's like Rice Krispies Treats.
It was like Rice Krispie
Yeah.
treats, but like with every other imaginable candy, marshmallow. Like it was ridiculous, and it turned out my stomach so bad for like the whole time they're saying like you don't have to eat this, you just have to like look like you're eating it. But as I'm not quite an actor, that I just went ahead and
I
ate.
thought you were great, man.
Thank you. I wanted to eat a lot of it, and I definitely paid the price for it.
God. All right, I'm gonna ask more questions from users because especially this one girl sent in about 40 questions and a bunch of them were really good. So, this is from Crazy Girl. Well, first one, the story curveball was your DVD Louder Now Part 1 came out. Is there going to be a Part 2?
Yes, actually, this very interview right now that we're doing into the space box is being filmed, and it's we've lived with a camera, pretty much up our noses since we started recording this record, and there'll definitely be a Part 2 and hopefully a Part 3 but then we figure after that like
Trilogy is plenty.
yeah except for that it gets kind of bad.
But then you do the prequel.
What's that?
Yeah.
I said then you can do a prequel.
No, those are those always end up bad because then we'll have to have some kind of Jar Jar being
Yeah.
character.
We go back and do CGI versions of our childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of your childhood, actually, this is my question. I want to know what the first shows were that you ever went to, the first rock shows.
Oh wow.
Ooh. Mine are real embarrassing.
Do it. Do you see
Awesome.
Hall & Oates?
No, I wish. I went to, well, the first thing that I saw was I went to see B.B. King. My dad took me to see B.B. King play the guitar.
That's not embarrassing.
That was really cool.
That's really cool.
Shortly followed up by the Poison and Tesla tour, which my dad also took me to, which he enjoyed significantly less than B.B. King. But yeah, those were my first two. And then I think I actually saw I saw the Beastie Boys once too, way before I should have been at a Beastie Boys concert. But,
Was it like the Public Enemy tour or something? Or
yeah, it was on the License to Ill record. I definitely had no place being there.
man.
That was my early one.
How about you?
For me, it was just like a lot of local shows. I didn't go to like a huge big concert until I was like, like 17 or 18 probably. So.
But what about those first, like, were they hardcore shows or?
Yeah, like hardcore shows or just, just like local bands, like no more than like like 100 people there. Like 100 people would be like the biggest show ever.
What were some of the bands? Are any of them still around?
Yeah, well, like Jimmy Eat World I saw very early on. I saw at the drive-in really early on.
Jealous.
Awesome.
And yeah, they were a three-piece at the time. It was the craziest thing. And then this band called Code 7, they're from Winston-Salem, which is right next to the town where I grew up. So, but like a very early incarnation of their band and just stuff like that.
Matt, I got to ask you, since you saw Poison as your second show, have you seen South of Nowhere with CeCe DeVille as?
I actually avoid that at all costs.
Oh,
I could possibly not have any more to do with Poison than I already have in my life. Where you mentioned earlier that there's like a generation of dudes that had their sexual awakening with Caitlyn.
You had yours with CeCe?
Mine was kind of to the cover of Look What the Cat Dragged In, because I didn't know that they weren't girls at first because they wore makeup. So that's kind of messed me up. So I would like to not talk about that.
I'm not. I had the exact. I'm not ashamed to admit I had the exact same experience. It took.
You know what I mean? They're so pretty on the cover of that when I finally first realized it wasn't okay to say like, look how pretty Bobby Doll is. That it was too late and I had already sort of.
Did you actually say that?
I sort of already tipped my hand, as it were. Yeah, I swear. The cover of Look at the Cat Dragged In, like, go look at it, man. They're pretty. They look like chicks. Like, because my sexual awakening was probably to Linda Carter as Wonder Woman. And that
she's hot.
She is, but
she's super hot.
So is / aren't Poison.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
They're making a new Wonder Woman movie. I wonder who's gonna be.
Scarlett Johansson, please.
I mean, she's too busty.
Is she? Wonder Woman was pretty.
Wonder Woman's pretty busty.
Oh, no, she wasn't. No, she's got to be more like fit,
I love you anyway, Scarlett, if you're listening.
She is.
I think she's single these days, so.
Actually, I just saw on the cover of a tabloid on the way here that Justin Timberlake is exercising his revenge on Cameron Diaz with Scarlett Johansson.
No way.
To which I say, kudos, Justin Timberlake.
Kudos, Justin. Kudos.
All right, Mary, do you have another user question there?
Yeah, I have a bunch more. All right. This is from GM Foods 22. Great name. Do you have secret talents and have you ever bungee jumped?
Ooh.
Yes and no.
You have secret talents?
Secret talents.
Oh, but they're secret. So I don't know.
No. I can squirt water through my two front teeth very far.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Like a little secret stream of water, which I'll often do in people's faces. And those are all the secret talents I can discuss on this. We can both do this. Can you hear that?
I can hear it. What is it?
Sound like in there. We're doing the like Ali G finger snapping type.
Oh, that is good. Wow.
Yeah.
Not
we
so
both
secret
we
anymore.
both have carpal tunnel because of it. You've ever bungee jumped?
No, I have a bad hip.
Oh yeah, we can't bungee jump due to old football injuries. It's Pee Wee football.
Pee Wee football injury.
I was the oldest member of the Pee Wee football. I was playing in Pee Wee football when I was in high school, and nobody really.
Up until you were 24.
Yeah, nobody really checked. A little bit tall, not too tall, but he looks a little bit tall.
You were the entire offensive line. That kind of gave it away.
Yeah, they kicked me out, and it was mostly verbal abuse that was my strongest, playing at. That wasn't that I was stronger than the kids. It was that I'd be like, "Yeah, see your parents on the sideline. It doesn't even look like they love you." People would freak out and they'd cry, and then I would just tackle them.
So that's another secret talent.
Yeah, see, verbal abuse.
Oh wait, I actually have a question from the Jake Epstein told us to ask you. He told me to ask you, Adam. He told me to ask you if you remember what the two of you were talking about in the scene you shot that you were supposed to be having like a conversation in the background about music.
Oh yeah. Yes, I do, but I don't think we should repeat it. Yeah, it was very like I Can't Quit You, like Brokeback Mountain. Right. Because they're not like filming. See, because they were filming something different, and Jake and I had to. I mean, just act like we were having this awesome conversation. So I just went for it and started talking dirty, and he thought it was pretty funny, I think.
I have a similar moment where he hands me the guitar when I go over to him, and he hands me the guitar where on a number of occasions he was like, "Shove this up your butt."
All right, one more question from Crazy Girl, who is indeed crazy awesome. She asked, "Did you ever feel like giving up when you guys were trying to make it?" And then there's another one that I like. I think this is adorable. Do you think Taking Back Sunday will be like the Rolling Stones and keep rocking until your 70s?
Oh.
Why you gotta end on those?
Yeah. I still think we have a long way to go yet. So there are times to where, we feel like it's just kind of like you want to throw in the towel, whatever, and because you remember how good you were at like waiting tables or delivering food.
You don't want to throw that away.
Yeah, and you're like, man, my life was so much easier then. But and then as far as the Rolling Stones question goes, I don't think we could look as good as those. Well,
yeah, as alive.
Yeah, as
Keith Richards.
Yeah, man, didn't he fall off a tree recently?
He did not. Yeah, he did, and now he denies that happened.
Well,
yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
I look at bands like that and like the Rolling Stones and like U2 and like Aerosmith and maybe not necessarily musically, but they all are like the 1 in a million shot to be still playing music after like 30 years in front of like people that just love their band and love to come see them. I think we admire them and like, I don't know, it's something to shoot for, but once you get to that awkward like, hey, I'm in my 50s and I have a leather pants on,
I don't think I could ever wear leather pants.
No, I don't see you in leather pants.
That'd be weird. I don't have the thighs for it.
But yeah, I mean, I'd like to play music for as long as possible in my life.
All right, so we don't go out on that note since that wasn't your favorite.
Yeah,
I have a personal question, and that's if a fan really came up to you and said, "I play an acoustic version of your song," is what happened in the episode exactly what would happen?
We never play 2 sets.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be a set break.
Yeah. Yeah, that would happen. Totally. That's what we do.
We have seen a lot of like weird things online of like kids making videos or like videotaping performances of them either like covering songs like in a band, or I've seen like piano renditions of our songs, and like even this one kid who was like playing something on a kazoo. So those things are interesting. Whether or not we should create like a band and have them open for us.
Well, no, actually, there was in Washington D.C. there was that choir.
Oh, right.
Like it's like this boys choir or like young men's choir, and they covered one of our songs, and right before we played, they went up and did their version of the song all a cappella.
Yeah, pretty sweet.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
but that was like a couple years ago. So yeah, I mean we're kind of due for it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt has this Space Odyssey thing that he does, and so
I don't know if the world's ready for it yet.
Yeah. So really, we've just been waiting to unleash that.
Oh, what are you laughing at?
Yeah, for real.
Serious.
We're being serious.
Did you say Bass Odyssey?
Yeah. Like jazz.
It's an exploration into the depths of metaphysics and cotton candy.
Through bass frequencies.
Yes.
I've heard
yeah.
that you can make people poop with a bass frequency that's low enough.
Anyone can.
around
If
them.
anyone can, it's me.
All right, thanks very much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
We're gonna go get some coffee.
All right.
Have great coffee.
See ya.
Yeah. Out.
Coffee time.
They were so adorable.
Dude, we are totally friends with rock stars now.
Oh my god, totally. I love Adam's voice. He's just so sweet. Way to interview rock stars, The-Seth.
You too, the Mary. So,
And Crazy Girl and I Wish for Dot and GM Foods 22.
what now? Oh. Say that again slower so they can hear their usernames again.
I said, and Crazy Girl, and I Wish for Dot, and GM Foods 22.
GM Foods 22. Great. Cool.
And actually, Spike Emma, I was going to ask your question, but they kind of basically answered it anyway, which was if Jake was cool to work with or if he was a pill. And it sounds like he was, in fact, a pill. A cool pill.
Yeah. All right, Mary. I will talk to you next week then.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.